Everything starts with an event in your life where you say, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. This is a physical event. Something is happening in your life and you are done being sick and tired. That inspires a connection with the divine. The divine is connected to who you really are. It's the I am in you. And that I am is really, you are all subconscious. So that all happens all at once. The subconscious mind, your subconscious mind, receives information. I wouldn't call myself a life coach. I would call myself more of a teacher, but I do coach. But this is the desire for change. You cannot have a desire for change or a vision. This is another word I'm realizing desire is vision. A vision for change. Because when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, God gives you a vision. Right through the very being of who you are, gives you a vision. Or the divine gives you a vision. And that vision is for what you will have. Because I'm not having this no more. I'm tired of my belt buckle busted. I'm tired of squeezing into my clothes so tight. I'm tired of being disrespected. I'm tired of going to the store and having to watch what I spend. I'm tired of WIC. I'm tired of whatever it is. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's the desire. It's a vision. Now that vision gets dropped into the funnel. The first layer of the funnel we already went over is the principles or the laws of the universe. There are two sets of laws. There's a law for the universe. The universe automatically follows that. And then there's a law of your person. Those are the laws that you can apply for yourself. We went over some of those, most of those, a few days ago. Yesterday, we went over the next layer because once your vision gets dropped into the principles, law of attraction happens. As law of attraction is happening, you have to align your reasons why or your feelings with that desire. That allows you to keep going. It gives you power to not quit. Remember that? It gives you power to not quit. All right. And then next, we have not gone over this yet, but every single time we've been to this section, this is what we write. The how. Let's say this, you feel good. You know exactly the vision came to you. The law of attraction is bringing it to you. You know your reasons why every step of the way. Because I want my life better. Because my daughter. Because my mom. Next. OC, PPL, we're going to talk to you. You should just join the group because that's what we're doing. Next is the how. If you ask the question, how am I supposed to do that? Which most people tell you to do. The problem with this question is you don't know how you're going to do what you're doing. You don't know how you're going to achieve your dream. You don't know how. There is no how when you look around. Not to your conscious mind. I don't know if you've noticed, but you don't know how you got here. Particularly. You're in the live, you're listening to it right now, but how did you get here? Did you plan it out? Did you strategize to get into the live? Did you strategize to find this person talking about this funnel thing? Did you strategize on it? Did you even know who I was? Truth is, you did not know who I was, for the most of you. And you got here by vibration. You were attracted here by the principles. You have things that you want. You have your own particular whys, which are filled with your desires. In your body, the how happened on its own. So today, we're covering the how section. Y'all gonna be blown away. We're covering the how section. Y'all gonna be blown away. So yesterday, as we walking, we realized anytime that you feel bad or anytime that you are doubting, because all of us have this problem. We doubt or we fear. And that is the only thing that stops you from having what you want. But everybody says that. And I remember people saying that, and I'm like, I still don't know how to get rid of my fear, though. You can't just tell somebody stop being scared. You can't just tell somebody that. How do I stop being scared? What's the process? What I found is how we stop being scared is we have to understand. Understanding eliminates fear. When I understand that there's nothing in the dark that can harm me, then I'm not afraid of the dark. But if I have a bunch of subconscious images in my mind from all of my past, all of the movies, all of the things that people have said and joked about the dark when I was 2, 3, 4 years old, even as an adult, I'm now scared of the dark, low-key. Why am I still scared of the dark? Because you have put images in your mind that make you scared of the dark. You don't understand. You have wrong images and pictures that have been submitted by other people in your brain, in the back of your mind. And that is why you are in fear. So Bob Proctor probably said it best when he said, fear is ignorance. Fear just means I do not know. And when we don't know or we don't understand, the problem when we don't understand is we get fearful and we start asking how, and the how takes us way far from what we actually want. Because you don't know how. You can't ask a question that you don't know the answer to and expect to have confidence and certainty in your dream, in your picture. Okay? So, how does it happen? Let's talk about that. We're going to talk about that. How does the how happen? Let me erase this now. We are talking about how. You think so? What is it then when things fly off the walls in your house happened a long time ago? Okay, nothing flew off. If you understand you don't have fear, point blank period. If you understand you don't have fear. A healthy amount of fear, the only fear that's healthy is when a lion is chasing you. It's the only fear that's healthy. Legitimately, if you're in physical danger right now, you should have, the fear is going to help you out. That's the only time it's going to help you. The majority of the time, what the things that you are afraid of have nothing to do with reality. It has everything to do with your imagination, right? So, the only time that fear helps you is when legitimately there's something about to kill you. It's the only time. Any other time, which is 90% of the time, you are not in danger the majority of the day. Okay? You are not in danger. We are not in danger the majority of the day. So why are we afraid so much of our day? We shouldn't be really afraid at all. When is the last time that a dangerous animal jumped out and started chasing you? When is the last time in your life that happened? Anybody had that happen recently? Okay, because if you haven't had that happen recently, there is no reason to be in fear. But that's what happens. She said, my child. Hey, that's a whole nother level. 2018. Okay, so 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 6 years ago. So for 6 years, you should never have had fear. Now, if you got afraid of how people thought about you, scared about how it was going to come off, scared of not being perfect, scared to release your art, scared to ask for a promotion, scared to start your business, scared to talk to a girl or a guy, scared to get something wrong, scared of old age, scared to die, scared of anything. It was irrational.
Physical danger.
How do you get over that fear? Is anyone breaking into your house right now? If you were in the moment, no one is breaking into your house right now. So in this moment, there should be no fear if you're present to this moment and you're addressing only what's here. If we are addressing what's here, there is no fear. And most of the time we're not. We responded to our mind. So how you get over it is what you're asking. Put your attention on something else. First, you got to clear it out. That's a whole nother, that's a little deeper. That's a little deeper. To the clearing it out, clearing out the energy, that responsiveness to the trauma that you had. That's totally different. We can't just handle that in a day. But we're talking about you accomplishing your dreams. You actually getting and attaining something. How do we do that? Well, here's how you do it. You get sick and tired of being scared of things. If you get a vision. I'm a certain confident type of person. I am the type of person who is clear at all times and believes in myself to handle any circumstance that come to me. This is what you vision. All the things, people, circumstances, and events and situations that need to come to you to make that true are coming to you. Your reasons why you started this journey in the first place, the reason why you started the journey in the first place, which is here, I'm tired of feeling this way. As long as you sustain that and build on that, the how will happen on its own. Here's what we found. The how is your brain. The how is your brain. Your brain is responsible for all of your physical behaviors. Your brain is responsible for how you perceive physical circumstances and how you influence physical circumstances. Your brain is the instrument of the mind. Okay? So you're fearful of anything except your children. Like your children doing something to you, or your children like, oh my God, these kids are terrorists. Like which one? Understand this. We're talking about the how today. We're talking about the how today. This is how the how comes to you. This is how the how comes to you. The how will come to you. Your brain, if it gets saturated with enough of the why, your reasons. If you feed the brain the point, the brain becomes the how. If you feed the brain the point, the brain becomes the how. Okay? If you feed the brain the point, the brain becomes the how. Okay, so what would you like? You say, I'm fearful about their lives. Ask me this or answer me this. What would you like? Not what are you afraid of? What would you like? That's my question. What would you like? Try to answer that while we do this. Here's your brain. Here's what they found out scientifically about the brain. The brain is a sending station for frequencies and also a receiving station for frequencies. Currently uncomfortable in life, not unhappy. I'm so impatient for things I don't yet have. You said you're not unhappy. You're uncomfortable in life, but you're not unhappy. I want you to just contemplate what you just said there. I want you to think about what you just said there. Okay, also, notice the trend of your conversation. If we keep trending toward the conversation of fear, what does that mean your brain is filled with? If we just keep talking about what happened and what you're scared of. Your brain is filled with fear. That's why we keep talking about it. We're not even talking about fear right now. But if you keep thinking about fear, It's because your brain is saturated with fear and trained in fear. You can't study fear and find out how to get out of fear. The study of your fears are going to amplify your fears. All you're doing is, when you keep talking about your fears, is you keep enhancing the wrong why. Why? Because somebody broke in, because of what happened. Your brain gets filled with that, and what your brain does is it makes plans to make it happen again. Because your brain, what it does is it sends signals and it receives them. The way that the principle of the universe is the law of attraction. That's the principle of the universe. It's the senior principle of the universe. It governs molecules, it governs photons, it governs subatomic particles, it governs physical beings, it governs everything. Law of attraction. The law of attraction just simply says like frequencies attract to like frequencies. It brings likeness together. So it's really, you can call it the law of harmony. Because what it's doing is it's harmonizing things that are like each other. That's it. It's just bringing things that complement each other. That's what it's doing. So your brain sends signals and receives signals. Now, what happens if all day your brain is just sending the idea that I'm going to be hurt, I'm going to be in damage, I'm going to be in pain, and you don't even know you're doing it. It's just an automatic thing that comes off your brain. What's going to come to you? The brain is responsible for what comes to you on this physical dimension. Your brain is going to bring back to you the things, people, circumstances, events, and situations of what you're sending out. Why do you think when you come in contact with a brain that knows what it wants and knows where it's going, that not only can you not stop that person from doing it, but you get on board with their ideas? Their brain is vibrating at a higher frequency than yours, and this brain of theirs is affecting yours, and you are starting to follow theirs. That's what happens. What do you think is happening when you always doubt yourself? Who made you do that? Who's making you do that? Who is making you doubt yourself? Actually, your brain, you first, by paying attention to everything everyone else says about you, caring so deeply about it, all you do is fill your mind with the standards from somebody else. In the golden funnel, which is this system right here, that would be your wants. What you want is other people's approval. What you want is something you don't have. That drives you. Okay? So now you're trying to get something that you don't already have. You don't emit the vibration off of your brain because you don't have it. You want it, so you don't have it. Your brain emits a signal that you don't have it. And what comes back to you is people, circumstances, events, and situations that represent you not having it. I'm happy. Thank you for being here. I'm thankful for that. Thank you for being here. By the way, it's my girl's birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Empathy. Empathy Empire. It's her birthday, y'all. We celebrate. It's her birthday. Shout out to the birthday girl. It's her birthday. All right. Let's continue. So, this is your brain. Your brain is the how. What is your brain going to do? Here's what it does. Your brain, when you really want something. So, let's say your brain is filled with the desire. Let's draw that star representing the desire. These are vibrations coming off of it. If your brain is filled with a desire and it's dominating your brain, so this desire you want is dominating your brain. If the idea is dominating your brain, the very first thing that happens is you attract like-minded thoughts. This is the first thing you attract. The first thing you attract is thoughts and feelings. You attract thoughts that are like the one you are emitting. Now, what kind of thoughts? Here's what we found out last night. Specifically, the thoughts that are going to attract to you are going to be like this desire until finally it becomes this. Plans. Plans. Here's how you know if you really want something and you've been doing the right thing. You have a plan. Because the plan comes to you. It flashes in your brain, into your world. It comes to you. You focus on what you desire. You focus on who you really are. You focus here. And the first thing that attracts to you is thoughts that are like that. And then finally, it forces you and drives you to create plans. If you have a plan, this is the first step of the how. But mind you, what's up, Einstein? Mind you, how did you get the plan? You didn't think about how. Superior to every negative thought. Game. Notice the why. When you fill the brain with the why, the brain becomes the how and does it in physical reality. So you did not focus on the how, you focused on the what you wanted and why. You did not focus on the how to get the how. You focused on what you wanted and why. If you got a plan, but you're impatient, it means that you don't understand this system. If you have a plan, but you're impatient, what you did was you asked how and made a plan before you did this part. What if your manifesting relates to being gifted something? What would your plan be? You would have to gift yourself that by giving yourself the gift of thinking about the desire and filling your brain with what you want, not with the plan. We don't know what the plan is. This is why we don't even talk about this part, because everybody get all crazy about it. You do not know how. The how happens on its own. Does that make sense? The how happens on its own. You don't focus on the question is not what would the plan be. Okay? What do you want to be gifted and why is the question. What is it that you want and why? Why do you want a gift? What are you trying to feel from the gift? Can you answer that question? Excuse me. Okay, that makes sense. Perfect. Okay, so that's the key. You don't know how, but everybody focuses on how. If I told you, how do you make money? And I say, real estate. Okay, did that come to you or did I just tell you? Now, if I tell you that and it doesn't resonate, guess what that's saying? It's saying my brain and my why specifically doesn't resonate with what you just said. It's a no for me. So the how is happening on its own. You either resonate with it, that's really resonate with the why, or it doesn't resonate. It doesn't resonate with your why. If it does resonate, then now go into it. It has come to you. And if you're really ready, you jump straight into it. And you start learning and you start attracting information in books that you can't stop reading. you start to really think about it and go deeper into it. Whatever came to you, and you feel good about it. Notice that the feeling is in the Y section. Everything you focus on has to do with the feeling or attunement that you feel toward things. Things are going to happen. The how is going to happen on its own. But what you're paying attention to is the feeling. People are going to tell you, you should do real estate. You should do multi-level marketing. You should be affiliate marketing. You should do day trading. You should do blah, 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 blah. And you go say, how do I feel about that? If it vibrates and it resonates, let me go look at it. If it doesn't, not for me. It's happening on its own. Notice, you can't even get the words do real estate to come to you unless you attracted something that you needed. What are you doing? When somebody says real estate, you're like, no, what did you just get? What did you gain? You gain clarity and contrast. So when something comes to you, and this is where the rubber meet the road really, man. This is hard to do. This is really follow your gut game. And following your gut is following your why. That's really what we're talking about. So when you get something to come to you and your gut says no or yes, this is the word that's happening. Contrast. So contrast is I'm experiencing what I want, what I don't want, in greater distinctive degrees until I finally arrive at I know exactly what I want. Alicia will tell you when she was looking for me and she was going into these relationships with different people and she would almost instantly end it was because she would have an experience of this person and recognize, no, this is not my person. So after she recognized this is not my person, she gained distinctions about why. Notice that word why again. She realized why this wasn't her person. Am I lying, babe?
No.
Okay. So she figured why this is not my person because she got a greater distinction. Then you go to the next person and you date and you're talking to them or you texting them or whatever. You go out somewhere and you go, no. And you get a greater distinction on why this other person is not the person. Okay, I write that down. I realize I don't like that. I realize I like this. You write it down. You put it on the page. Soon enough, you got a whole page of distinctions of what you actually like from having real life experiences. But how did those experiences come to you? Did you strategize them out? No, they came to you. You attracted to them. They attracted to you. And as that process was happening, you gained contrasting clarity. It's the only way that you can gain clarity. So if you're asking for something, first thing that's going to come to you, if you need it, is contrast. Because maybe you think you want something and you really don't want it. This is why you cannot ask the question how, because you don't really know the how. Something's going to come to you. Explore it. Look at the contrast in it. And if it's a no to you, correct it. If you know to go to funnel, you know how to correct it. What do? The how has come to you. You say, nope, I gained contrast. I don't like that. That really gets sent to God. It becomes who you are. It gets factored into your desire. And then your why gets even clearer. With the why clear, your brain is clearer. Your brain attracts. Your brain is what attracts people to you. Attracts money to you. Your brain is now filled with a new distinction. So you attract an even better person. You'll notice if you're doing this correctly, your experiences get better and better over time. If you're doing it correctly, because you're getting more contrast and you're getting more clarity. So if my brain, I'm gonna give you an example. So I wanted to create a business, but I had such a broke mindset that there was no way I could create a business. So I joined a multi-level marketing company. When I'm in the multi-level marketing, and I know everybody got opinions about multi-level marketing company. It's irrelevant because it's not your how, it was mine, right? So when I went into the multi-level marketing company, what happened? I realized a whole bunch of things that I loved and that I wanted. And then After I experienced all of what I really wanted, it came down to I'm not making any money. Now I'm ready to make money. I remember the day I asked my upline, I said, so how much money have you made? It took me years to ask that question. And it wasn't even time for me to ask that question because I didn't care about it. I wanted the process. I wanted to get around people who had wealthy mindsets so I could figure out what they were like. I wanted to get around people who liked their wives so I could see what that was like. My dad and my mom, they did not get along and they were married. So I wanted to see what that was like. I was fascinated with two people who liked each other. I didn't even know that that was possible. In my household, it said it wasn't possible. And I knew it was deep down, so I went looking for it. So I wanted to see people who liked each other. I wanted to see people who were free from jobs. They didn't work. And I wanted to understand the principles that they were living by. So here I am in the multi-level marketing business, and I'm receiving information until finally I built up enough understanding of what I wanted and what I didn't want to say, all right, I like everything about this. Now, the last component, which is I want to make money, my upline said I made $400 this month. I was like, that ain't the money I want to make. And he had been making that for a long time. I said, I'm not in this for a social club. I'm ready to make money. And I asked my upline, hey, do you think I should take this sales job? Because I noticed everybody on that stage did sales at some point. Or they were in corporate America and they were just tired of corporate and they switched over. Or they just had some drive and they was hungry. But I noticed the situation. Almost everybody was good at sales, persuasion, influence, leadership. I said, I need to develop those qualities, but I will not develop those qualities if I'm not selling anything and I'm not learning. They have life experience that they brought here. I don't have that life experience. I'm 19. So I decided I need to go get that life experience. So notice this. I'm getting distinctions on why. Things are happening to me in my physical, and I say, I want to make money. That becomes my new self. That becomes my new picture. That becomes my vision. I visualize myself making money. I can see myself making money. Now, my why is I want to make money. Now, my moves are concerned with I love everything, but now I'm ready to add that next component, which is making money. That's my why. So when I ran my decision making through what I wanted, through my why, when I ran my decision making through my why, I couldn't stay at the multi-level marketing company without doing my sales. Because my upline even told me, he said, no, I don't think you should do it because it's going to take away time from your business that you could spend building your business. But I realized I can't build a business if I don't know how to sell anything. So I overrode his decision and made my own.
Know who to listen to.
You gotta know who to listen to. I listen to my own gut. You gotta know who to listen to. And we went over this already in the first videos. If you have not seen all the videos of the Golden Funnel, you can go here. But I realized I need to know exactly what I need to know what I want. I have to learn sales. I know that. So I just ignored what he said.